Previously on Sombrero Mustache.
I'm done trying to get you nerds to play good games. I'm gonna freeze myself.
Ooh, it's getting chilly in here.
And now, on to the Season 2 premiere of Sombrero Mustache.
Jeez. Oh man, who knew that cryostasis worked? Man, things you can do with science. What's this? Dear Sombrero, you wasted all our money. Fuck you. Thanks, Mother. Well, shit. I have no money left. I'm kind of curious. What year is it? Oh, alright then. It's 2095. I've been frozen for 78 years. Alright then. Well, one thing's for sure. I'm gonna have a lot of tweets I'm gonna have to sift through. Well, might as well see what the world is like in the bright future of the late 21st century. Okay, there is a spiraling vortex outside my house, threatening to kill me. That's fine.
Hey, how did you get in here?
Soldier 76? What are you doing in my house?
Your house. No one's lived here for decades.
Have you ever wondered what's, that Ice Cube's been doing all these decades? That was me. I was frozen there. I froze myself. We all make stupid decisions for videos.
Oh, alright then. So, you froze yourself?
Yeah, I got tired of all the negativity in the world, so I thought, you know what? The world's gonna be a better place if in the future. Well, it's the future. There's a vortex outside my house threatening to destroy it, and so clearly the good future did not happen. Yeah, I'm sad.
What do you think? Anyways, I'm going to scout the perimeter to make sure that he isn't around. I just hope I have enough ammo to fend him off.
Well, that was vague enough to be threatening sounding, and I'm not even gonna consider it, because I don't give a fucking shit. In the meantime, what video game should I play? Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I wonder. You know what? 8 decades ago, I really liked playing Overwatch. So let's go play that. As a matter of fact, for old time's sake, let's review it. One last time. I'm gonna tell everyone about a good game.
Are you with me?
Blizzard is a notorious developer known for making some of the worst games of all time. I mean, World of Warcraft, terrible, awful MMO that nearly destroyed the genre. StarCraft, an awful RTS that tanked the South Korean market. Diablo, really fucking awful game. Hearthstone, a garbage, bad card game. There's no sarcasm with that one. Heroes of the Storm, somehow a worse version of League of Legends. I'm gonna get a lot of emails for this, but Thankfully, Blizzard was able to make a good game again. Their first good game since Blackthorn. Overwatch. Now, I've been aware of Overwatch for quite some time before I played it. I mean, in the span of over a year, Overwatch has become a cultural phenomenon that's kind of rivaled the original release of Pokemon. Wherever you look, people are creating art of the game, they're let's playing it, streaming it, making interpretations of the characters. But why, though? Why has this game become so culturally ingrained and so massively popular? Well, we're gonna find out. And considering that there's a vortex outside my house, we have very little choice in the matter. So, let's get to reviewing this game. And quick disclaimer, I will be reviewing the PS4 version because my PC cannot run, it can only walk. So, while I feel my criticisms will be universal towards all versions of the game, just know I'm a controller person, not a piano player. Now, you may be wondering, how are we going to review a game, a multiplayer game at that, when it's been 80 years since its release? Simple. It's a Blizzard game. People are going to be playing it till the end of time. As I said, this game is primarily a multiplayer game, but it's also multiplayer only. There is no story to speak of in-game. Now, there's a lot of lore outside the game and when the characters are chatting to each other in a match, but all Overwatch is gameplay. Pure, unadulterated gameplay. It's strange how in the span of a few months when Star Wars Battlefront, among other games, were deeply criticized for their lack of a single-player mode, but when Overwatch came out, it received critical acclaim. Why though? I mean, when you get right down to it, Overwatch is a team-based first-person shooter with MOBA-based objectives and characters. Essentially, Team Fortress 2 meets League of Legends. Those kinds of games have been done before, and they are still making them. So, why is Overwatch the kind of game that it is? I believe it's the characters. Every single character has a unique design to them, and they're all wildly different from each other, while still feeling like they're connected to the same world. And can I just say, while the animations for the characters in-game and during their short cartoons are very impressive and stylized, the illustrations for the promotional material are amazing. If the artist had a Tumblr and regularly posted art, I would follow that artist in a heartbeat. These characters are awesome, and full of life and personality. There isn't a single one I don't like, or at least don't understand their motivation. Roadhog is a man whose home was robbed from him and his country was destroyed, turning him into a remorseless killer. Widowmaker is a sleeper agent, brainwashed by a terrorist organization to do their bidding. Hanzo, whose loyalty to his clan forced him to murder his own brother. And Tracer? Well, Tracer flew a jet and couldn't maintain her booty until a talking gorilla helped her out. And Lucio's home was paved over by a corporation, so he became a musical terrorist, and then a pop star. And it helps that these characters are all very fun to play. Now, while I love this game, I still haven't played it with all the characters just yet. Bear with me. All of the characters are divided into 4 classes. Offense, which is meant to lead the charge and dish out the pain. Defense are meant for sticking their claim on an area and holding it. Not much in putting out too much damage. Unless you're a Bastion. Maybe Junkrat. Tanks, which are huge characters chock full of health, meant to push through objectives and disrupt enemy teams. And finally, support, who, while they can do damage, their main purpose is to provide health to their allies or assist in taking down enemies faster or providing armor. Now, one of the characters that I played, really just because of their skin, is Reaper. That El Blanco skin, man. I can't help it. I love sombreros, and it really helps that Reaper is real fun to play. He has 2 shotguns, and in a full salvo, he can wipe out a whole tank with them. And when he's done, throws them at the side and pulls out 2 more. Like a boss. Reaper's pretty cool, and I've been getting pretty good at him. I've gotten really high kill streaks with him. He's awesome. Now, another character that I've been learning to play is Soldier 76. You know, guy in the bathroom. I'm not gonna talk about him. Basically, he's a mix of a Call of Duty or Battlefield character. And despite that, he's real fun to play. He has an auto rifle that deals insane amounts of damage. In the right hands, Soldier 76 can be a danger to deal with. He's also a mix of offense and support, as he can put down a field to heal anyone who's nearby him. I want to get better as Soldier 76. That's why all the footage I've been using for 76 is pretty bad. I suck.
The two defensive classes I tend to play as are Bastion and Mai. And I can already feel the dislikes coming in as I write this script and record this audio. Do not be mistaken, I feel them. And you know you want to dislike that. Fucking do it. Bastion on his own is kind of a weak character. His gun is inaccurate and it doesn't do that much damage, but his turret form, by God. That gun can mow down everything. Bastion is the perfect hero for territory control. The only problem is that the robot can't move in his turret form, and while Bastion can take out anyone can take out a Bastion. And recently, Blizzard has buffed Bastion to where his submachine gun actually does damage. And he can heal himself while moving and taking damage, doesn't just interrupt him. Some people think he's too OP, but Bastion's a hero who can counter everyone, but everyone can counter him. Especially Genji and Sombrero. It's ridiculous. Mai, on the other hand, is disgusting. She's the only character who uses the environment to her advantage. She can summon an ice wall that blocks all damage and even blocks a few ultimates. Her ammo count is ridiculous. Before matches, I've held down the trigger button while walking towards enemy spawn point and only had to reload twice. It's stupid. And the right hands Mai can be a pain to deal with. I'm still learning how to use her. Meaning I'm learning how to troll the enemy team. Yeah, I am that guy. Now on the tank side, I don't play as them often since they have a niche they're supposed to fill out or they don't do a lot of damage. Zarya and Roadhog are a bit too difficult for me to use since I play the game super casually. But Reinhardt and Winston are fairly simple to use. Reinhardt is a pure shield, made for defending his teammates and smacking enemies with his hammer. Winston is a talking gorilla. With a Tesla cannon that fires electricity, you don't have to aim to fire. But what he's really good for is putting down a temporary shield for his teammates to move in on. I don't play as them that often, only when I want to have 4 tanks on one team. The definition of stupid fun. But the one tank I do regularly play as is D.Va. She has 2 cannons that can fire for alright damage and shields that absorb all bullets and explosives. If that weren't enough, her ultimate is a suicidal mech that is great for killing the enemy team when they don't hide behind a corner or a fucking lamppost. She's the only tank I think I'm good at. I've gotten pretty high kill streaks with her, up to 49. D.Va also received a buff a few patches ago that not only made her tank form extremely good, but with her pistol's firing speed, it made her outside her tank a viable character in her own right. Not at the same level as Zero Suit Samus, pretty damn close. But the one character I use the most, and I am the main of, is Mercy. I was kind of shocked that she became my main. She's a support character who pumps heroes with Mountain Dew that either heals or buffs the character's damage. When her ultimate charges up, she can resurrect fallen players, and when that happens, it can immediately change the tide of the match. Mercy's a great character. Only problem is her movement speed and offensive capabilities. Unless she has someone with her, she likes to take her sweet-ass time getting to the battlefield. I know the girl's in heals, but damn, she cannot run to save her life. Even Reinhardt, a senior citizen in full armor, is faster than this Swiss hipster. Her gun, I feel, needs a major buff because it's kinda bad. I wish either the damage or the firing speed was increased. One thing she desperately needs is that reload speed increased. It's way too slow. Other than that, Mercy is hella fun to play as. The reason I think Overwatch is so fun and addicting to play is that it feels really good to be a part of the team, working towards an objective and succeeding together. And Mercy is the prime example of that. She heals the whole team, striving to keep them alive. I know it doesn't sound like much, it's just fun to play Mercy.
Except for some degenerate scumbags who play as the worst character invented in all of media. Genji. That weeaboo scumbag who was invented to kill Swiss surgeons. He has no mercy. And if he has no mercy, then he must kill Mercy. I despise Genji for killing me, and me specifically, as Mercy. What's this salt doing in my pocket? Now, I've gone over the characters and how they play, but what is the game like? Well, in the game there are several different kinds of maps. 3 kinds of maps, to be honest. The first kind is the payload maps, where one team is trying to get to a payload and get to the other side of the map, where the other team is trying to stop them. The other kind of map is trying to get the objective. One is where one team is trying to get to these patches of the map and claim them, while the other team is defending them. And the last kind of map is where both teams are trying to claim the objective. It's pretty fun. Overall, I kind of prefer like the third kind because I feel it's like a bit more action-y, gun-ho, just like all... You basically have to go assault. Overall, all of the maps feel very balanced. The only complaint I have are choke points where the defense can hold an advantage like Aikenvode and Hanamura. Also, it might be because I get put on defense way more times than I think I should. I don't think playing defense is as fun as playing offense. But with defense, you have to focus on one thing only. And that's defending the objective, which gets tedious after a while. Meanwhile, offense have multiple tasks to work at, focusing on certain heroes, trying to get past choke points, and flanking the other team. This game is just very fun to play. The only time where it's not enjoyable is when you lose matches. And losing is fine and all, but when you lose consecutively, then it becomes tedious and frustrating. But I was also playing by myself, which brings up playing with your friends. And hot damn, this game is even better with friends. I've made new buddies playing this game, and we've had a blast playing late into the night. Because I know a few of you watch my channel, I'll have a little surprise for you at the end. Now, one aspect of the game which is honestly really fair is the loot boxes. Loot boxes were a sick, practical joke invented by the Nazis to troll gamers. And I'm not exaggerating. I kinda am. But seriously, the loot boxes fuck me over all the goddamn time. I hate them. I hate them so fucking much because I never get anything. The El Blanco skin? That was the only drop I actually wanted from Reaper, and the only good drop I've ever gotten, because all the other legendaries are from Zenyatta and that shit lord, Lucio. Yeah, I know you, Lucio. You're dead inside, you musical terroristo frog man. What the heck? What the? Where'd all this salt come from? Well, I love the 2 core game modes, quick play and competitive. The other game modes in arcade are not as good in quality. There is some fun to be had there. No Limits is essentially what quick play was a year ago, where you can go a full team of Reinhardts or a team of Symmetras, being those guys. But the other modes, they're alright at best. Brawls that are there are a mixed bag. I don't usually play them. Like, one time the brawl was teams made of only Roadhog and Lucio. No thank you. And then there's the 3v3 and 1v1. I don't really care for either of these, but there is some fun to be had in 3v3. It just usually falls into one tank and one healer with someone picking a random character. But 1v1? I'm sorry, but 1v1 is just the worst part of Overwatch. It's just really boring. You and your opponent are given the same character, and you must kill the opponent. It falls into whoever gets the jump on the other guy. There are even times where you must do Reinhardt. If I wanted to watch 2 giant stacks of iron hit each other, I would have gone to Monster Jam. There's also custom matches where players can alter character speeds, defenses, health, and damage output. You can turn Sombrero into a fucking tank, and Reinhardt's into Sonic the Hedgehog. It's stupid fun, and if you have a bunch of bored internet friends, have at it, because Reinhardt going at the speed of sound is ridiculous. One thing I greatly respect of this game is that the community behind it is awesome. I've come across a few douchebags here and there, but most of the people are really cool. Decent dudes. When they're on mic, that is. This is a game where if you want to do well, bring a mic and chat. Before I played Overwatch, I never thought I would get dissed by a 31-year-old Korean woman, but Overwatch made it happen. A lot of people said Overwatch was 2016's Game of the Year. Now, I don't personally agree that it is, and I wouldn't even put it that high on my non-existent Game of the Year, but I could see why some people would say it's the Game of the Year. The Overwatch community is growing, and this game is getting bigger every day. Play it all the time, when I should be making videos. Whatever. This game is great. A lot of you probably already knew this, but hey, I wanted to give my thoughts of the game and shed some light on what makes the game good, and perhaps the flaws this game has. And hey, by the standards of multiplayer shooters, flaws it has are just the flaws of the genre, and most of them can be patched out. But hear me out. This is my idea for how we can balance out the game. Now, whenever a Genji player kills a Mercy, ban the Genji player for 2 weeks, and when he gets his account back, make sure he can never play Genji again. Where the hell do I taste salt? Well, I gave my thoughts on Overwatch. Nothing to matter since everyone is either dead or trying to stay alive by getting out of the way of that vortex. Well, I did it. What the hell is that fucking noise?
What the fuck? I took one step. See what I mean? This is random bullshit. This game is random bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Fuck.
Why is Darkside Phil outside my house?
Oh no, he found me.
Hey, wait a second. You're not Soldier 76. You're Soldier 69.
You found me out.
What's going on here?
Very simple. Sometime in the past, a creature of hatred came to this world and destroyed everything, leaving very few survivors.
Who is this guy? Lavos?
Worse, Darkside Lavos.
Oh my god. It's even worse. Wait, when does he show up, like, in the past 78 years?
I don't know. I've been trying to find this out. I know he showed up sometime after 2017.
Alright, well, what can I do to help?
I've been working on a time machine that sends someone back to the past.
Play the shitty games that suck ass? No thank you.
No, you idiot. I'm going to send you back so that you can be on the lookout for Darkside Lavos. And when he shows up, write it down in this cabinet so that I can send myself back and destroy him.
Why not send yourself, though?
Because I'm working on a device to kill Darkside Lavos, and it's not ready. Besides, I need to get rid of you. He's sensing more than one life form here, and that triggers him.
Alright then. I'm not sure how a Sega Saturn is gonna get me back in time, but... Alright then. I'll see you soon. But first, a musical number. It's 2 a.m. The fear has gone now. I'm sitting here waiting. The gun's still warm. Maybe my connection is tired of taking chances. Yeah, there's a storm on the loose. Sirens in my head. Wrapped up in silence, all circuits are dead. Cannot decode. My whole life spins into a frenzy. Help, I'm stepping into the Twilight Zone. The places I'm at house feels like being cloned. My beacon's been moved onto moon and star. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? Help, I'm stepping into the Twilight Zone. The places I'm at house feels like being cloned. My beacon's been moved onto moon and stars. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? Soon you will come to know when the bullet hits the bone. Soon you will come to know when the bullet hits the bone. Time machine, cryostasis, time travel. They both worked. Oh well. Back in my own time period. You know what? It might be a while till Darkside Lavos shows up. there's quite a bit of games on the PlayStation 4. You know what? Let's review them. Season 2 started with a bang, and we're gonna review a whole bunch of games, baby. I'm Sombrero Mustache, and we're gonna be doing that shit.